Ay, ay, ay. Dios mío. Go. Get this bad boy loaded up. So, brother said he had a story about what? I have a few stories, but I already told them. Just go back to one of my streams I did. Like, actually, well, one of them actually technically happened on stream, so I'll have that one I'm going to have unlisted, but the one I did the other day I haven't unprivated it or whatever yet, so I don't want to like relitigate it right now. Instagram has a story for me. Well, I guess it just depends on which story I was talking about, because that can mean different things. Because I had a story. Well, I told my whole little adventure of being out in Seattle, so seeing Sepultura and all that shit. And do I have to work? Sure. Might as well. I like this little badass pin too. When I saw Sepultura live at the show, they had these little commemorative pins. You can't really see it. Well, you can a little bit. You can see some of their albums encircled all the way around it. Listening to the building get repainted. That sounds very exciting. Ugh. And it's been raining fucking ridiculously hard today. Like, we haven't had the rains come in a minute, and now it is just raining. Like, we got the rains in today. It hasn't stopped raining since I went to work, and in fact, it's actually gotten heavier. So that's always fun. And plus, I already have, like, a little bit of phlegminess and, like, sniffly-ass nose, and this literally has made it worse. Because pretty sure I'm getting over, like, a little cold, and not to where actually I'm falling maybe sick, but it's kind of left me with a little, with a little and a lot of, shit like that, too, so it is fucking annoying. Yeah. But yeah, at least with okay. At least with my trip from Seattle, that was a pretty fun little adventure. Most of it ended up being in the middle of the night, squatting in Seattle, which that was fun. Better than my trip to Seattle when I was just by myself and I was literally just kind of fucked on my own and sitting like this, next to King Station in Seattle, just sitting there waiting for the train station to open up so I could take the first train out to get back home. That was straight miserable. But at least, for this trip, because me and my friend tried to book a hotel, the hotel kind of fucked us a little bit about when we could check in. They gave us the codes and everything for it, except we couldn't check in until like 4 the following afternoon, which literally negates every reason for us to even have a room in the first place. And, you know, so we ended up just squatting in their fucking, like, little, like, I don't even know what, I wouldn't even call it a lobby. So I don't fucking know. I don't know what you would call it, but we just squatted there, you know, right next to the door outside and just waited until it's like 5:50 to fucking go to the station, which is around the corner, and wait for that to open up. Because, good lord, being, you know, out in the cold out in Seattle all night would have been way fucking worse. Especially with my friend, because he, you know, is still partially immobile, being on crutches and shit. Gonna go to an event Sunday of Chaya. She's gonna be a Reiki? Am I saying that right? No, it's woo, but it helps people get through placebos and seeing wrong if it makes someone feel better. As long as people aren't going to that as a form of actual medicine or whatever the fuck. Because I don't really have any issues with, like, you know, people having fun or doing stuff like that, but as long as people aren't going in it for, like, genuine, like, medicine help or, you know, like, medical help. Yeah, I know, yeah. Because I have, like, a little, you know, mild interest and fascination with tarot cards and stuff. I don't have a deck or nothing, but I have an interest and fascination with them. Because a lot of that is just basically the same shit. It's just like, and if anything, most of it actually, you know, is really intertwined with the person that is actually doing the readings. You know, like, you know, a tarot reading really is, you know, like just using, you know, the cards and getting some information off of somebody, you know, at least enough, you know, to kind of, you know, do like some basic prediction and shit like that. Can read your cards. I don't have a deck. That's the thing. She does, so she can read me if she wants to. Because I don't want to be against it. Because also, from what I've understood, like, there's also, you know, different ways, you know, a tarot reader can go into, you know, tarot card reading with somebody. Because if someone's got skepticism to it, you know, but still is willing to do it, then, you know, there's definitely, you know, information that could be trained from that, or, you know, used with that, you know, so to say. I mean, Shay says she could be doing it. Yeah. And plus, I can look around with the deck and, you know, just look at it and stuff like that too, I imagine. Ooh, nice. Delicioso. You know, speaking of shows too, since we kind of have that on mindset a little bit, I found out that DRI is going to be playing in Portland here pretty soon. I think in October on the 25th, I think. And found out Fishbone was coming to town again in December. And most of my friends have that day off, so I'm thinking I could get the boys together and I can enlighten them to a Fishbone concert. Because, dude, that shit in itself is just an experience. Been smoking on this bud in front of Chase Groove, and it's fantastic for homegrow. I mean, probably because the person knows how to, like, probably is, you know, in you know, like the industry, or knows someone that's in the industry, or used to work in the industry. Because honestly, like, these days, I mean, like, there's such a great market, especially on the West Coast, where it's like, you know, you can get dispo shit, you can get homegrown stuff, get it off a friend, you know, whatever fuck. Like, it's so common. Like, I mean, shit, there's some people that just be like, hey, you want a joint? Here you go. You know, we'll smoke together. People just straight do that with you sometimes around here. Not overtly, but if you're at, like, a show or something, you're hanging out outside talking to someone, they got, like, you know, 5-pack or a 10-pack of J's with them, they'll probably just split one with you. Just straight up. No one gives a fuck. She had an idea for bars clubs we could head up. Sweet. Yeah, I definitely want to at least talk about like some areas so we can go to check out. Maybe if there's like some cool parts, but we don't know what you like musically. That and heavy shit, anything. It don't really fucking matter to me, bro. Like, I'm pretty open musically with shit for the most part. Like, so, I mean, you know me on that. If it's like a cool little bar / venue that's got a local band playing, I don't give a fuck what genre they are. Let's check it out. You know, it's like if it happens to be at least in tandem with me being there, because, you know, that in itself is a little fun experience. Because either the band sucks and you can have a bunch of alcohol to kind of forget that and, you know, say, you know, just kind of like, you know, roast them a little bit and poke it, you know, whatever the fuck, you know, and go to another bar. Or if they're awesome, then have a couple drinks, talk with them, and hang out with them and shit, and listen to some cool tunes. Or it could just be in the middle where it's like, oh, and, you know, maybe if I had a couple more drinks, it could be more like, yeah, but... Because sometimes you'll find a band where they're not, like, great, at least maybe not necessarily on stage, but they still got, like, good music, you know, kind of playing a little bit, so it's like, you can kind of vibe to it, but it's not like, oh, shit, yeah, you know, kind of stuff. It just kind of depends. But it's kind of the fun thing about, like, local, you know, scenes and shit. And also my friend Ripsy thinks that Albuquerque would probably have a cool punk / ska scene, too. And it would make sense if there's a lot of ska down there because, you know, with a lot of the Hispanic culture, you know, that is interwoven very heavily down there. At least, especially in my experience, you know, being in Arizona, when it comes to the Southwest, you know, at least, you know, from my experience, seems like it would be quite the opposite. But then again, it was, you know, totally different, you know, vibe and shit that I was, you know, hanging out with and stuff because I was with my grandparents too. Fair enough. Didn't get too much of a chance to go, you know, check out all the different little scenes and stuff. We do go out to eat a few places, and I can kind of tell there is like something out there. I just didn't really have like, you know, enough of an opportunity to really explore it. And besides, it's Phoenix, and that city is sprawl central. Like, I remember flying into Phoenix, and I looked down, seeing like the outskirts of it, and it'd be like 10 to 15 minutes later. I could tell we're descending, you know, right into the airport, and I look down, there's just still sprawl. It's like because the fucking airport's like in the middle of the damn city, so you just get to see endless miles of fucking sprawl. It's insane, dude. I would not want to go to Phoenix again if I can help it. I mean, I know my grandparents live out there, but that'd be the only reason for it. And chances are I won't even really necessarily be technically in Phoenix. I'll be on the outside, you know, outskirts of it. And it ain't really as bad, but you could just kind of tell where it's like there's just going to be more sprawl in the next 30 years or some shit. Because there's just like, you know, a few little freeways and highways of just deserts of nothingness. And then it's just more sprawl. And a lot of the sprawl, too, barely have fuck all in it. It's just empty lots and shit. It's bonk, bro. So you never played there? I don't know. I'm gonna take you to the bar has the canvas smoking area. Albuquerque got that? Because we don't got that. Businesses here, you know, can't legally allow that. Per Oregon state law on that. Yeah, we got one. What the fuck? Why can't we have one? God damn it, that sucks. I mean, to be fair, maybe I would guarantee you there are probably some bars in Portland that are a little bit more like, you know, don't ask, don't tell, be hush hush, and make it a vape, you know, kind of thing. Because, you know, like I know a few bars I've been to where they have smoking areas, like a little outdoor patio, And people will straight up have like a weed pen and just like, just puff on that for a little bit. And then, you got like the fucking, those little new vape cart things that people have, cigarettes, all that shit. As long as it's not like a full-on like pipe in the bowl that you're loading up and shit, or a full-on J, some bars around here just won't care, as long as you're not being stupid and overt with it. Like if you're in the corner with your friends and you happen to have a little vape for yourself and you just take a drag or two and just pocket it and just keep it that way, then no one's gonna fuck with you with that. I don't really personally, just because like if someone offers it to me, I'll be like, sure, there you go. I'll do that, but. If I want weed, I'll just be here at home. That's why I'm here on my lunch. Snack club. Get smoke a J or something. Yeah. Check out the vibes, maybe talk with some people and stuff. I'm going to be a little bit of a social, person there. I don't care if you're not, but me and Shay might be at least sociable, talk with people. And if that's the case, especially if your girlfriend's doing it, then she's going to drag you too. She's going to drag you into the convo, even if you're in the background a little bit, just sitting there. Besides, I'll be, the foreigner kid, technically, because I'm the one outside of town. I'm going to be the kid out of town. So a lot of people could be like, hey, who's this new guy? I'd be like, I'm a Portland kid. I'm visiting my friends over here. What's up? And then there you go. I'm going to be talking with like, somebody for like a good fucking hour or so. Fart you to sleep. If you do that, I'm smacking you in the face. Like, I'll straight honestly fucking smack your face. And if I end up like gagging and puking out some shit, I'm going to make sure it lands on you. And I'm going to make sure it lands on your dick, too, by the way. Like, no. Do that, and especially if I'm like, and I start puking, I'm making sure it's on you. Even if I end up, getting some on my ass and shit like that, too, as long as you're also a victim of it, too. You don't want to mess with that. You don't want to fucking play with that fire there, son. I fucking hate feeling like all worn out and shit. Man, between my whole fucking weekend and stuff, I know I've not slept that much. Like, even today, I was just like, I want to sleep a little longer. Ugh. I just know that later tonight, I'm definitely going to be sleeping pretty good. Could just still, yeah. And plus, I just didn't sleep a lot last night. Like, me and my friends hung out pretty late last night. That was also with, me coming back from Seattle that day and all this sort of shit. I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, it's, this part, like, that shit's pretty much worn off for the most part. But it's been raining all fucking day, so it pretty much exacerbated it again. And on top of just being like, ugh. Mostly just due to lack of sleep. I'm just sitting here like, fuck. If my friend Logan's down to play pool tonight, like, he was, staying with me last night, we're doing that, and we're hanging out here for a little bit at most, and we're chilling. Like, I'm not staying up late again. I need, like, long-term sleep for a minute. Sunny again. Not over here. I mean, you're on the exact opposite side of town, like, perfectly, so might be sunny over there for you, but for me, it's been raining hard. Watch a movie, and they just made a reference to Trump's locker room talk. What movie are you watching? What movie would it be out where that would be referenced in a film now? Yeah, true. Yeah. But, at least I'm like, just, other than that, just fine. Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2? Is that movie with, like, the fucking, like every emotion is a character or some shit or whatever the fuck. Is it? But they made another one. Is that the one I'm talking about? One of those little Pixar skibbity fucking movies? Yes. Oh my god. Man, I'm hearing the rain go down right now out there. Man. Oh, you know what, dude? Speaking of skibbity, by the way, I saw some shit that honestly hurt my soul. It hurt my soul. I saw, like, was it on Reddit or was it on a YouTube community post? I don't even fucking remember. But I saw, like, this is in an elementary school classroom, and it's like, did you remember? It says, like, did you remember to skibbity? And every acronym of the word was, like, for some language arts shit, you know? Like, you know, like, I think the first one, the S was, like, sentences. Did you remember to complete your sentences and blah, blah, blah? I was, like, something else. Like, every letter had, you know, some shit, you know, involved with it. I'm sitting here like, oh my fucking god. The Zoomies in this Alpha Gen don't know, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally and shit. They know about this skibbity now. And oh my fucking god, dude. Like, it hurt my soul, bro. Thinking about it now is hurting my soul. Growl you for making fun of a movie. Sorry, like, dude, I'm okay with some of those movies, but man, like, 90% of the time, they're just photocopies of each other. Fight me, I don't know. And honestly, I like the ones that are a little bit more, like, kind of, you know, it's just not made from, like, DreamWorks or not DreamWorks, fucking, like, Pixar. Actually, DreamWorks like the exception. Like, with, like, Puss in Boots 2 and shit. Then there would be, like, what was that fucking movie with, like, the wolf being the criminal guy, and then it had, like, fucking Diane Foxington as, like, a mayor and also a criminal, too, or whatever. Fuck, what was it? I know the characters, but I just forget the name of the movie. I forget the name of the fucking movie, but it was kind of like a raunchy-ish kind of version of a Pixar movie, but it was actually good. And I just keep forgetting the fucking name of the movie. Pixar used to be way better. I know. That's why I honestly rip on Pixar now, because it's just photocopy shit of the same stuff that they, you know, just regurgitate. Wasn't that a game, The Wolf Within? Maybe. I'm sure there's a game. The Wolf Among Us. Well, no, that's different. This is a movie. Turning Red. No, that's not Turning Red. Oh my god, fuck. Fuck. I know about Turning Red. I haven't seen that movie, but I actually do kind of want to see that one at least, just because, you know, like, it pretty much pertains to, like, you know, my age demographic, if you think about it a little bit, being it, like, kind of like during, you know, literally the 2000s. It'll be kind of interesting to see what is accurate, you know, of the depictions of 2000 since I grew up in that. But, what the fuck was it called? All right, someone just look up Diane Foxington, you know, and I guarantee you're going to see the name of the movie somewhere. Literally within, like, a picture or something, you'll find something, I swear to God. I don't know what the name of the movie is. I can't look it up myself right now, or else I just would, because it's starting to drive me nuts a little bit. Because holy fuck, how do I not remember this movie? I saw it at Orlando earlier this year, for fuck's sake. Jesus fucking Christ. Why am I blanking on it? Ugh. Whatever, fuck it. Wish I could smoke more next. Shit, I could, but, you know, it's like, it never seems like this about bedtime. Because, like, you know, like, I'm pretty sure, didn't I send you my number at one point? You know, so maybe you and I could plan, you know, like a little, you know, meet up to hang out or some shit. I don't know if you're doing anything on December 11th, but Fishbone does happen to be playing at the Hawthorne. Not doing anything that day, or if you are, change plans. Bring a couple J's, you know, in Hawthorne or whatever, and, you know, once the, you know, between shows, so, like, go around the corner and hide away for a little bit. December 11th. Yep. Fishbone will be in Portland. Which, speaking of which, there we go. I don't know if I have money to go up there. Just save up for it. And plus, like, you know, all things considered, if, you know, you pay for my way up here, if you just want to get to, like, do the same routine, like, you know, just save up money for a ticket, honestly, everything else should be fine. I'll just have to, like, you know, obviously make sure that, you know, there's a space here, you know, for y'all to chill at. Because there is. I just need to kind of reorganize, clean it out a little bit. And then, yeah, pretty much about it, honestly. Because then, you know, like, when it comes to, you know, like, going to the bar, getting drinks or some shit like that, or whatever the fuck, I mean, you know, it's not going to be that expensive. And if there happens to be a show going on while we're, you know, hanging out, then, no, especially with a lot of the local, more, like, you know, underground type of shit that's around here, that shit's way fucking cheaper, okay? Like, I mean, it's not that expensive. So depending on what's going on, I mean, you could probably have, like, a, you know, a pretty cheap show, like, and a pretty fun experience, honestly, all in all. But honestly, if you somehow find your way getting up here by the time, like, maybe Fishbone shows up, like, you know, then that'd also be dope, because I want to get all my friends together with that, and then you can all meet them or some shit, and I think it'd be pretty fucking dope. Talk more about this on voice chat. Is this something for shit? There's something for chain iron. Well, I know, like, when it comes to, like, you know, the whole planning, you know, of all this shit, obviously, you know, that's going to be the case, but... Oh, dual time shot. Okay, cool. Just kind of realized I lost track of time, so I want to make sure it's still okay. Still fine, though, but... Love it when you burp. What? What in the skibbity? I mean, bourbon? Something I do here. The farm? Nah. Farm live? No. I am not doing that. What I am going to do, though, is take this last little toke here with this bowl freshly loaded up and now fucking leave, because what the fuck? I have to go back to work anyway, so that's what you get. You get that. Ooh, good toke. But anyway, going back to work and all that shit. I'll most likely be back later tonight. But if not, I'm probably doing this live Venoms if he's awake. But anyway, peace out for now. Yeah, see y'all next one. Blah, blah, blah.